My neighbor asked me to stop parking in front of my own house, and I want to know if I'm wrong for laughing. I've lived on Maple Street for 4 years. 4 quiet, uneventful years where I kept to myself, mowed my lawn on Saturdays, and never caused trouble. The house is a modest 2-bedroom with a driveway that fits 1 car comfortably and street parking right out front. It's mine, paid for, and I've never had a single problem until the day my neighbor decided I was parking wrong. His name is Paul, and he moved in about 18 months ago with his wife and 2 kids. Nice enough guy, always waves, sometimes chats about the weather. I'd see him every couple weeks at the mailbox or taking out trash. We were friendly. Not friends, but the kind of neighbors you nod at and feel good about humanity because of it. Everything changed on a Tuesday morning. I'd parked my truck, a perfectly normal, perfectly legal 2015 Ford F-150, in front of my house. Not in his spot, not blocking his driveway, not even close to his property. It was directly in front of my own mailbox, where I've parked 100 times before without incident. I was heading into work when I noticed Paul standing in his driveway, watching me. Not in a casual way, in a staring way. I waved. He didn't wave back. That evening, there was a note on my windshield. Please don't park your truck in front of the house. It blocks the view and reduces our property value. We'd appreciate if you'd use your driveway instead. Thanks, Paul. I read it 3 times, wondering if I was in a fever dream. I have a driveway. 1 car's worth. The truck is my work vehicle. I use it for my landscaping business. It's large, yes, but it's a work truck. That's what it's for. And I was parking it on the street in front of my own house, on a public street, completely legally. The next morning, I was genuinely curious, so I knocked on Paul's door. He answered in his work clothes, looking a bit uncomfortable. Hey, Paul, I got your note, I said, keeping my voice friendly. I just wanted to clarify. Is there a specific reason you don't want me parking in front of my own house? He shifted his weight. Well, it's a big truck. It looks bad for the neighborhood, and honestly, it does block my view a bit from my front window. From your front window? I repeated, making sure I understood correctly. You'd like me to move my truck from in front of my house because it blocks your view? Yes, I mean, there's your driveway, which fits 1 vehicle, and I have 2 cars. Well, the street is for everyone, he said, his voice getting a little defensive. It affects all of us. People drive through here with their families. A work truck with all that equipment it changes the whole character of the street. That's when I felt it, that strange, almost hysterical urge to laugh. Not a mean laugh, just a laugh at the absurdity of the situation. A grown man was asking me not to park my own vehicle in front of my own house because it was an aesthetic inconvenience to him. Paul, I said, and I couldn't quite keep the smile out of my voice. I appreciate you being direct, but I'm not going to stop parking in front of my own house. It's a public street. I'm parking legally. And while I respect your perspective, this is my home. I have every right to park here. He stared at me for a moment. So you're just going to be difficult about this? That's when I laughed. Actually laughed. Not mockingly, but with genuine, disbelieving humor at the fact that wanting to park in front of my own house qualified as being difficult. I'm not being difficult, I said. I'm being reasonable. You're asking me not to use a public street in front of my own property because you don't like how it looks. That's difficult. That's unreasonable. I'm just going to live my life. He slammed the door. The fallout was weird. Paul stopped waving. His wife started giving me cold looks. One time I caught him taking pictures of my truck. I ignored all of it. But here's what's beautiful about this stupid story. I didn't back down. I didn't apologize for existing. I didn't rearrange my life because someone else had an opinion about how I should live. That laugh, the one I felt guilty about at first, it was the sound of me refusing to shrink myself anymore. And that felt like freedom.